Did you know that today is actually International Women's Day? A day that was first observed in 1909 in America and is a major day of global celebration for the economic, political and social achievements of women. And here to chat about the importance of the day is coach and speaker Jane Kenyon. Welcome, Jane.
Hi, evening.
So, of course, this is an important day today. A lot of women will be involved in rallies and seminars and all kinds of celebrations. It's been going on for 100 years, although I spoke to a lot of ladies today. They didn't know it was happening. Is that crazy?
Yeah, it is crazy, and I think I think the UK in particular pays lip service a little bit to International Women's Day. I think it's seen as a much bigger affair around the world than it is here, and that's a shame. That is a shame.
Why is it still so important 100 years on, do you think?
Well, because, you know, we've achieved an awful lot. We've made some great sort of inroads, but we've still got a lot of pioneering to do. We've still got some serious stuff to do. We're still not represented anywhere near what we should be at the top of the tree. We still haven't got economic parity. So we've still got a lot of things that we need to do. So we need to raise awareness of that. We need to celebrate.
Younger ladies now forget what ladies went through 100 years ago to give us the rights that we've got? Yeah. So more equal pay, less discrimination, the right to vote. Do you think it's forgotten about these days?
I do.
Oh, it's nothing.
Yeah, I do. And I mean, most young girls these days don't even vote. So how worrying is that? But I think that we need to step up again now. You know, we won the right to vote, we won the right for legalised abortion, we won the right for legalised pill. I think we now need to step up and become the lawmakers. You know, we need to get into political positions, which, you know, only 1 in 5 MPs is a woman. And I think that's where it needs to shift now. We need to sort of step up and get to the top now and do what's necessary to do that.
How do we do that?
Well, we have to, you know, there's this thing called sisterhood, isn't there, which again is a very old-fashioned term. We have to sort of band together to make that happen, because it's a very lonely place to be that top if you're the only person. And, you know, I've been in that situation in many organisations where I've been the only woman around that top table, and it's not great to be a token woman, because you kind of got this pressure on you that you're speaking for the whole of your race or the whole of your gender, and it's not a nice place to be. So we need to get to those positions together to make the changes that we now need to make. It's not about tokenism.
And do you find that a lot of women now at the moment, they tend to be competing against each other rather than thinking, come on, we're all in it together, sisterhood, like you say? Do you find that a lot of women are trying to get one-upmanship on the
I mean, I do see that, but I do see the reverse of that as well. And I think that the reason that some women may be more competitive is they're actually put in that kind of environment. You know, if you're put in that environment, it's a case of join it or lose out, isn't it? And because most of our organisations are still driven by male values and competition is a male value, it's a case of if you don't join it, if you don't become like that, you're not going to climb the ladder. So I think that those women can be forgiven for taking on board that attitude and that approach, because I think they've been forced into it.
I know you're working with some younger children as well, aren't you? So before they get to be adults, to help them, teach them confidence and self-esteem and the fact they can go out there and make a difference.
Absolutely. I mean, I have a programme called Girls Out Loud that works in schools for 13 to 16-year-olds. And it's all about raising their aspiration. And when we have some serious issues with our young girls in this country, we have the highest teenage pregnancy rate in Europe. And the highest teenage pregnancy rate in Europe is in Blackpool, of all places. So we have to raise their aspirations. And, you know, we've got a lot of youngsters that have got very confused identities. You know, they're looking to the media and they're looking to role models in the media about that they need to look perfect, and they're looking for too much external validation. So we have some issues with those young girls. We need to get to them earlier. We need to get to them about 12, 13.
So there's still a lot to be done.
Still a lot to be done. Still a fair amount of pioneering to be done. So let's not give up.
Lovely. Thanks so much for coming in, Jane. Thank you.